Hi, friends. Today I'll be reading from a different book. This is called Encounters with Silence by Karl Rahner. In this book, each chapter is something different. God of my Lord Jesus Christ, God of my prayer, God of my life, and we're looking at God of knowledge. So that I don't have to read the whole thing to you and bore you to death, I thought I would catch you up. So he wanted to explain that so many things pass through our brains, right, in the course of a lifetime. And part of us wants to remember them, but then he realizes how horrible that would be if we remembered every tiny little thing that we ever saw or heard, right? So this is where we are. Oh God, it is good to forget. In fact, the best part of most of the things I once knew is precisely the fact that they could be forgotten. Without protest, they have sunk gently and peacefully out of sight. And thus they have enabled me literally to see through them in all their inner poverty and ultimate insignificance. He goes on to say, it is also said that knowing is the interior way of grasping and possessing anything. But actually, it seems to me that knowing touches only the surface of things, that it fails to penetrate to the heart, to the depths of my being, where I am most truly I. This is so funny. Knowledge seems like a kind of pain-killing drug that I have to take repeatedly against the boredom and desolation of my heart. And no matter how faithful I may be to it, it can never really cure me. All it can give me is words and concepts which perform the middleman service of expressing and interpreting reality to me. But it can never really still my heart's craving for the reality itself, for true life, for true possession. Truly, my God, mere knowing is nothing. All it can give us is the sad realization of its own inadequacy. All it can tell us is that through it we can never fully grasp reality and make it a living part of ourselves. And this is when it gets really good. How can we approach the heart of all things, the true heart of reality? Not by knowledge alone, but by the full flower of knowledge, love. Only the experience of knowledge's blooming into love has any power to work a transformation in me, in my very self. For it is only when I am fully present to an object that I am changed by meeting it. And it is only in love that I am fully present, not in bare knowing, but in the affection engendered by knowing. Only then is my knowledge anything more than a fleeting shadow passing across the stage of my consciousness. Then I have knowledge which is really myself, which abides as I myself abide. Oh, this is so great. I could read this whole thing to you. Here we go. Only knowledge gained through experience, the fruit of living and suffering, fills the heart with the wisdom of love, instead of crushing it with the disappointment of boredom and final oblivion. It is not the results of our own speculation, but the golden harvest of what we have lived through and suffered through that has the power to enrich the heart and nourish the spirit. And all the knowledge we have acquired through study can do no more than give us some little help in meeting the problems of life with an alert and ready mind. Thanks to your mercy, O infinite God, I know something about you, not only through concepts and words, but through experience. I have actually known you through living contact. I have met you in joy and suffering, for you are the first and last experience of my life. Yes, you, really yourself, not just a concept of you, not just the name which we ourselves have given you. You have descended upon me in baptism, in the water and the Spirit. And then there was no question of my contriving or excogitating anything about you. Then my reason, with its extravagant cleverness, was still silent. Then, without asking me, you made yourself my poor heart's destiny. I'm just going to close here with the final paragraph. Oh, this is so great. Be now my consolation, O Lord, he says. Now, when all human knowledge, even your revelation expressed in human language, fails to still the yearning of my heart, give me strength, O God. Now, when my soul easily tires of all the human words we devise about you, words which still fail to give us the possession of you, even though the few flashes of light I receive in quiet moments quickly fade out again into the dark gray sky of my daily life, even though knowledge comes to me now only to sink back again into oblivion, still your word lives in me, of which it is written, the word of the Lord abides forever. You yourself are my knowledge, the knowledge that is light and life. You yourself are my experience and love. You are the God of the one and only knowledge that is eternal, the knowledge that is bliss without end. Oh, that's good. Thank you for joining me. Definitely give this a whole read if you can. Encounters with Silence. I've read it again and again since I was in college, but it's definitely worth at least one read. It's very short. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week, and God bless. See you next week.